What is up, guys? Today I will show you the best MacBook and see if it's worth it for you or not. So the question of the day is it really worth it in 2021? The answer really depends on what you do. Stick to the end of the video and see what's the best MacBook for you and why. In the description of the video you will find a link to my new blog about the best MacBook. There you will find more information about it and you will actually find things to consider that are very important. Without more to say, let's get right into the video. First, we are going to compare the price. For the MacBook Air M1 chip, the price starts at $999. The MacBook Pro M1 chip starts at $1299. And the MacBook Pro 16 inches from 2019 starts at $2,400. Now let's compare the battery life. We all know battery life is very important for a laptop, and maybe this is the most important thing for you. If that's the case, let me tell you that you should buy the new MacBook Pro M1 chip. It has 2 more hours of battery life compared to the Air. It goes up to 20 hours of battery life, the longest ever in a Mac. This is 9 hours longer than the expensive MacBook Pro 16 inches. Now let's talk about the touch bar. The touch bar is basically what you're seeing on the screen right now. While both MacBook Pro M1 chip and the MacBook Pro 16 inches have it, the MacBook Air actually doesn't include one. If you are going to buy a MacBook only because of the touch bar, then you should go for the MacBook Pro, either the 16 inches or the M1 chip. Now let's talk about brightness, and this might be very important for you. The MacBook Pro M1 chip comes with a 500 nits screen, while the MacBook Air comes with a 400 nits screen. And finally, the MacBook Pro 16 inches comes with a 429 nits screen. But you may ask, what does this mean? Well, the more nits it has, the brighter the screen is. So it depends on you. Are you going to use the MacBook outside in the daytime? If you do, then you should buy the MacBook Pro M1 chip. If you don't really care about this, you should go for the MacBook Air. Now, let's talk about gaming. This might be an interesting topic for you, but let me tell you that if you're all about gaming, you should go and check out my last video about the best gaming laptops of 2021. You can press the bottom top right of the screen and that's gonna lead you to the video. There you will find a video with 5 different budgets. But now let's go back to Apple. While Apple laptops are not designed for gaming, you can actually get a nice gaming experience in some games. So let's do the comparison. I compared these 2 games for you to see the difference. This comparison has been done with competitive settings. The MacBook Air runs Fortnite at 90 FPS average and League of Legends at 78 FPS average. The MacBook Pro M1 chip runs Fortnite at 100 FPS average and League of Legends at a 90 FPS average. And the MacBook Pro 16 inches runs Fortnite at 130 FPS average and League of Legends at 115 FPS average. So if you care about gaming and you want a Mac, you don't want a gaming laptop, then you should go for the MacBook Pro 16 inches. But if that is too expensive for you, then you should go for the MacBook Pro M1 chip. Before the conclusion, if you want to know more about the cooler, the fan, then you should go and check out in the description of the video my website. There you will find more information about this and more features to compare. Let's do a conclusion. The MacBook Pro 16 inches is for professionals. So if you are a professional, for example a professional developer, or you want to edit videos at 8K resolution, then you should go for the MacBook Pro 16 inches. The MacBook Pro M1 chip is for semi-professionals, or it's for students using production apps, or if you want to edit videos at 4K resolution. And the MacBook Air M1 chip is for casual users. It's for browsing and shopping on the web. But remember, you can upgrade the Air, the Pro or the Pro 16 inches to get better features, but the price is going to be higher, so that's up to you. So, is it a MacBook really worth it for you? I hope you can answer this question for yourself and be able to decide if you should buy one or not. In my opinion, I really like MacBooks and I have one, but that is just my personal preference. Remember, you have the blog about MacBooks in the description of the video, where you can find the pros and cons of the MacBooks and more information about them. I hope you liked the video. Subscribe if you did. Actually, 75% of the people that watches my videos aren't subscribed, so if you do, you are really helping me. See you next time.